Maker, this is Claire from Claire Makery, and today I am going to be showing you a brand new stitch pattern which I call the Shells and Pearls stitch. Now the Shells and Pearls stitch pattern is made up of rows of shell stitches and then horizontal puff stitches in between, and together it looks like two sides of a shell put together and then a pearl in the middle marking the center of each one of the parts in between. So I have used this stitch pattern for some of my patterns like my crossback cardigan or my ocean waves halter top. It's one of my favorite lace stitch patterns that I've come up with, and I think that you guys will really love making this pattern. So to start making this, I'm going to set the swatch aside, and you will need some worsted weight yarn and a crochet hook. I'm using a 6.5 millimeter Clover Amour crochet hook, but you can use any corresponding yarn weight and hook size depending on what project you are making. So to start the stitch pattern, you're going to take your yarn, and then we are going to always be chaining multiples of 4 plus 2 more. Now we're going to do 18 chains, and that will leave us with 17 single crochet stitches. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then we are going to start in the second chain from the hook and single crochet all the way down this row till you get to the very end. And once you have your row of single crochet stitches, we are going to chain one and turn it and then start our row of shell stitches. So to begin this row of shell stitches, we are going to do a single crochet in the very first stitch here. So just do one single crochet, and you're going to yarn over, and you are going to skip one stitch to this one right here, and then we are going to double crochet 5 into this one stitch. And this is just a normal row of shell stitches. So you can just go ahead and just go all the way across. So then we've got 3, 4, and one more double crochet in here. And then you skip one and then single crochet one in the next stitch after that. And then you just repeat that all the way across, doing the 5, skipping one, do 5 double crochets, skip another one, do single crochet, skip, and repeat basically all the way to the very end of this row, which will end on one single crochet. So now that you have your lovely row of shell stitches, my swatch here has 4 shell stitches that go all the way across. We're going to start on the first row of horizontal puff stitches. So we are going to chain 2 and turn, and then we are going to do a double crochet in that single crochet that you just did. Then to start the horizontal puff stitch, we chain 1, and then we yarn over. And if you've never seen my horizontal puff stitch tutorial, totally recommend checking that out, just because it walks you step by step through exactly how to do this stitch and how to do a row of it. So then we're going to yarn over, go around the post of that double crochet that we just did. We're going to yarn over again and pull it around that post, then yarn over again and do that same thing we just did, and then do one final time yarning over, going around, and then yarning over again. Oops. Gotta be careful that it doesn't come undone, because sometimes it totally will. And then you yarn over one last time and pull it through every single loop that is on your hook, and that will give you this little tiny puff stitch around that post of that double crochet you did. Then we're going to chain 3 here, and we are going to skip all the way across this shell stitch to the single crochet that is in the middle of the shell stitches We're going to yarn over, do double crochet in that single crochet, just like this, and then do a horizontal puff stitch around that post again. And then you just repeat doing this till you get to the very end of this row, and you will end up with 5 horizontal puff stitches on your hook. So you always chain 3, skip to that single crochet, and repeat that to the end. When you have your row of horizontal puff stitches done, it will look like this, with the horizontal puff stitches towering over the shell stitches from the previous row. Now this is where it can kind of feel confusing when you're starting to do the next row of shell stitches. So how you begin the next row is you are going to chain 1, just like this, and turn, and then we are going to start our shell stitch in the top of this horizontal puff stitch we just did. So we're going to do a single crochet in the top of that horizontal puff stitch. Then we are going to skip 1 to the middle of the do the second chain of the chain 3 we had here, and then that is the chain that we are going to be doing our 5 double crochets in. So then you do 5 double crochets in here, 3, 4, and 5, and then you skip 1 to the top of the next horizontal puff stitch and do your single crochet in there. And then you skip to the middle chain stitch, do the 5 double crochets, and then you will skip to the top of the next puff stitch and do your single crochet in there, like this. So you always do your shell stitches and do the single crochets in the top of the horizontal puff stitches, and then do the 5 double crochets in the second chain of the chain 3 that you had there. And then once you do this first row after the horizontal puff stitch, then you're going to just repeat the horizontal puff stitch row the same way and just keep going, just like this, till you have your whole piece completed. And that is how you do the Shells and Pearls stitch pattern. If you want to check out some fun patterns that use this, check out my crossback cardigan pattern and my Ocean Waves halter top. And be sure to hit the subscribe button below to subscribe to my channel for more awesome tutorials and other cool videos. And I can't wait to see what you guys make from this stitch pattern. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like it below if you enjoyed watching it, and hit the subscribe button if you never want to miss out a video from me, and also check out my other videos and tutorials on my channel. See you next time.